dump this. Just off myself. Oh, good. As I roll cigarettes and box the job and throw the empty tubes on the floor because that's how I roll. Pardon pun. And I'm rolling cigarettes right now. I'll be back here in a second. You can just listen to some Blondie. Forgive me for talking into the void. Providing anybody, sure. Good reason to do it at this project, but just listen to music anyway. On the off chance anybody wants to listen in, do so. I can't tell you what to do. Yeah, kind of a breakthrough today. Just definitely got some horrible flashes of my memory, stuff I've done. Just about made me collapse. So now I'm all humbled up. See how long it lasts. I remember that I personally am the biggest piece of shit in the world because I alone know that I know better. There you go, I'm accountable. Expect anybody else in the entire planet to be accountable. Only I am. Even that's a bit of arrogance on my part, but I can live with that kind. Here. Another one of my favorite songs in the world. I got a lot of favorite songs in the world. Luckily, I could be arrogant. I have the best taste in the world, in my case. These are pretty good. At least it's not classic rock. Who listens to classic rock? Who lacks the imagination? Who just who goes to the top 40? This is the 1940s stuff. You go through a big 1943 period. Listen to Fiddler McGee and Jack Benny and all that. Great stuff. That's humor. This is the undertones. I don't know what 70 sometime or another. 77, I guess. I don't even know anything about this band. So this is really a cool song, and the drummer's playing it cool, wearing a cool vertical stripe, horizontal stripe tank top. Okay, very simple. Looking kind of new age, really. It's an actual musical video, so they, around 77, 78, some of the producers wanted to see if punk rock would catch on. Everybody but the Ramones. The Pistols couldn't get a contract, so I ended up with the Dead Boys. They were dead for a minute. You know, they didn't sell any albums. Here we go. Cigarettes long enough. Not my favorite tour, but it needs to be done. That song's gonna be next. Actually made a playlist. So for once, kinda. What we doing? There we go.
Febreze has a microchip, so it smells first day fresh for
Another
50
one of my
days.
favorite songs in the world.
Microchip?
This is Good Time is Sukiyaki, done by some Japanese guys. Oh, it's not it's not the Japanese version. Nagasaki. Who wrote this? Well, Nagasaki was a big town in Japan, even after it got new, it's rebuilt. Again, it was a major port. Nobody knows what Hiroshima Sukiyaki really were known for, besides the bombs. Very, very important naval ports. Well, in Japan, you're never far away from the naval part, and all the major cities are definitely on the ocean. It's an island people, so, you know, naturally. There you go. Japanese geography. I don't think much of anybody else knows it. Unless you're a World War II buff war, well, Japanese. Big fan of Japan. No. Somebody's here. Hi, Ace. World War II is a great war. As wars go, it's my favorite. I tuned into an audiobook about the Korean War, but it was so left-wing analysis. I can't wait for them to drop the bombs. I want to be there. I've always wanted to be detonated. Got nothing better to do. Stinking lighter, huh? Oh, I see one. 6, 2 of which I can find right now. There I am. Ace, you and I should be in the trenches together. Of course, we'd surrender. Okay. Who's got the food? I couldn't be a traitor. Let's try the original Sukiyaki, if it's it. This is the one. Anybody's into Japanese hot stars of the 1950s. Who is it? There we go. Because you can't have enough Sukiyaki. The song was a huge hit in the United States. It really was. My glasses go too. I'm always a wreck. With some dirty glasses, can I read? I can read. Yeah, nice and fidgety. I don't care. I have a devil-may care attitude. Put the beret on. Frontwards. There we go. I can live with this. That's really loud. Kiyo Sakamoto. I'm sure Ace Commander is a big fan. Ace is always turning Japanese Oh, I got 3 thumbs up. Hung out with my homeboy, my brother man, Zombie Jim yesterday. We went to McDonald's, and McDonald's, it's the one nearby, which I've only gone in twice. Some McDonald's are dirty and horrible, depending on management, but this is a really good one. And the server girl, who's also the lady whose woman was keeping the dining room clean. She was commendable, and I commended her. You're doing a great job. Push on a middle-aged woman, who's doing her job right. She's cheerful and just made me fresh coffee just because I was just the kind, and brought it to my table, and she doesn't have to do. So I liked her. It's a relatively crappy job, but she had enough dignity, she had enough class to be professional about it, show that she cared about her job. We need more people like that. There are no small jobs, just small people. I'm not talking about midgets or little people like that. Well, they kind of bug me, but I'm not a bigot. Yeah, you can hate me if you want to. I don't care. I've been hated by the best. What do you want to hear next? All right. Okay, playlist. All right. There we go. That's more like it. This sounds just gonna just okay. You have to excuse me if you wish. Playing a list. Some of it's far too not nostalgic for me, so I make it all weepy and crap.
Unlimited 1.5% cash back is just the beginning. With no annual fee. Chase Freedom Unlimited. How do you cash back?
I hate this. It's one of my favorite songs. That's that song. 17 seconds of pure. Okay, here's the only reggae guy who ever mattered. Desmond Decker. All other reggae just pales. You want to be a reggae guy, Desmond Decker. Yep. Trojan Records. This guy was the biggest rock star in Jamaica, not Bob Marley or the other guy. No, this guy was it. And not all reggae guys were Rastafarians. Far from it. Rastafarians were like racist and stuff. Just didn't like white people at all. If you want to be a self-hating white guy, we're not going to get along. Nobody hate themselves because of the race. I'm sure. If you're so middle class and affluent that you can afford to be a white self-hating white person, we're probably not going to get along either. Anyway, there. I don't say the same stuff over and over again. Let's see. Somebody else is listening, but I don't care. The rest of my people, because I don't. Because they go on at weird hours and I don't announce stuff. It used to be 5 o'clock for some people. Or maybe it's backwards. Now it's 5 o'clock for some people. And I have surprisingly few friends on the West Coast. Well, in real life, I do. My brother, who I'm communicating with my biological brother more. Because I don't know, we have some stuff in common, but I mentioned that I was listening to a lot of Jack Benny radio stuff to just kind of confuse him. Turns out he's a huge fan, listens to it every day, and my grandfather was a big Jack Benny fan. I didn't know that. Yeah, yeah. So my brother actually knows his Jack Benny stuff more. Okay, so there's some pretty generic big band, but I like it. Reminds me of Escape from New York. Ernest Borgnine, big fan of Ernest Borgnine. Great actor, good character actor.
Real is gold. That's my motto.
I like Kirkland, Ace.
Which is
I like Kirkland. I'm sorry.
gold.
It doesn't have to be Basmati. I like Basmati, but I got a whole bunch of generic welfare rice. I sent my ex a whole bunch of rice. She sent it back with more rice. I have enough rice for a while. But I'll never have too much rice because I go through it. I eat it almost every day. And rice stored well. Rice is one of the few foods that never goes bad, never goes rancid. It's true. That and white sugar. White sugar. And salt. Salt never goes back. And honey never doesn't go back if it's all stored properly. Anything really salty or really sweet probably is not going to go back. Well, Ace, if you eat rice and beans, that's a complete protein. That's all you need. Or you need a legume or any grain. Like rice and corn and beans works fine. Beans are great. I always have a lot of beans and a lot of rice on hand because that and vegetables you're in. You don't need anything else. Oh, a little calcium so you can make chocolate milk, which I make it my powdered. Eggs are very, very good for you. They're still not that much quality food. It's not that much money. Unless you're eating a dozen at a time, which I probably, that's why I don't buy them, because I would eat a dozen of them. Turn this down a little. I love eggs. I loved eggs more than when I kept hens. Eggs, that's not bad for you, though. And if they're good eggs, I mean, pay the extra, not too much, but yeah. Or get your own hens. Get some chickens. You have a yard. Raise hens. Hens are great company, and you know they eat bugs. They eat most of your trash. Yeah. When I could have hens, I loved them. They were my friends. They're very friendly and very smart. Well, some of them are kind of mean, but they have personalities of their own. Yeah, it is. It's all kinds of good stuff in an egg. Especially for women. Women should eat eggs at least 2 a day, at least. Especially home-raised eggs are the best if they're really fresh. Mine were pretty often still warm from the hen's butt because I raised my own hens. Let's say in Canada we had 9 hens. Yeah, we had 9 hens. So we had surplus eggs. That's right, Ace. They're after your money and your soul. Can't trust them. I can trust my ex because we're on to each other. We'll never live together. I can't trust them. Can't trust me either. So it was mutual with women. So, you know, wasn't a very good spouse. It was terrible for a while, but last couple of days have been great. I stopped indulging in over-the-counter medication. Benadryl I've turned into a Benadryl junkie, and it's really bad for you. So kicked. Yeah, believe it or not, yeah. Benadryl on top of all the drugs they have to take. Bad idea. It screws up your sleep. Benadryl's not good for you at all. It actually makes you stupider. It does. Rots your imagination, much like pot does. Sorry, pot is not good for you at all. In moderation, everything's fine, but if you smoke pot every day, you're good. No beer ski? Oh, well. You're a funny drunk, though. You know, yeah, sober is good, too. It really is. No brewskis. I can't have it either. Since the last time I drank Everclear, which is some months back, there was a bad idea. I knew it was a bad idea when in California, Everclear it's illegal in any ways. It's illegal to order booze on Amazon. However, you can get industrial grade, food grade alcohol from Amazon, which is a loophole. But it's like $50 a quart. But that's not a bad idea. It's 190 proof. Yeah, I don't need any more of that. Yeah, California laws the gun laws aren't bad. You can get guns. Don't listen to anybody say you can't have guns in California because they're full of shit. You have to be a California citizen to buy one. You can't be a felon, and you have to wait a couple of days. For a handgun, I think you need to go through a safety course, which is nothing. And you can't get all the guns in the world, but you can get a gun. You can get enough guns to kill people easily. I could get a gun because I'm not a felon, and if you're 5150, you can still get a gun as long as you're not on probation. Found that out because, yeah, if you're mentally ill, you can still buy a gun because it's the Constitution and stuff. There's a weird one for you. California, 50-50, yeah, you can get a gun. Yeah. Are you a felon, Ace? No, I'm not sending you. I have enough weapons around the house. I don't need a gun. And I can make illegal stuff myself that is better than a gun. So, dude, how you doing? I'm here. Nothing up really here. Just music and stuff. What are you up to? Here, little heroin for Ace, because you can't drink anymore, and so you can have some nice heroin. How did you see it too? Yeah, showing up here and there. Not scheduling anything. Yeah, so dude, I had to work my life away for a while. In Twix being a hobo, and now I don't have to work again, and I can't. Back to learn to fish. Well, yeah, Dace. You can learn to fish. Yeah. You probably live somewhere where they have it. Oh, jeez. Hit the wrong button. No, well, it's a better song anyway. I cannot stand the Stones, but I love Keith Richards. I love the way he sings. Better solo than Mick. So this is Keith Richards doing a cover of Velvet Underground song, which is better than the original. Better than David Bowie's version too. I try to sit in it. Yeah. Yeah. I like it. Well, I'll listen to anything in the world that's not classic rock. I will not listen to fucking classic rock. Who listens? I mean, it's fun stuff. I hear it. It's like, yeah, I know that song. I've heard it 1,000 times. I wouldn't intentionally play it. It's like, yeah, I'm gonna play some Chicago because it's reassuring. I don't like the band Chicago is horrible. I'm sorry, they were awful. I don't like Santana. I can't stand Santana. Absolutely don't like Stevie Wonder. I'm gonna go list all the songs that people I don't like. Bands I don't like. Red Hot Chili Peppers, can't stand them. Hey, no.
Here comes. He's all dressed in black.
Yep. All these cool heroin songs. Ramones, dude, Ramones. And then a whole bunch of million other bands I love. Blondie's second big best. Dead Boys are third, and then a whole bunch after that. And the rest of them change. Ramones are always going to be my favorite band in the world. Then I have 50 other favorite bands. ABBA's on there. I love ABBA. How long is it? That song's too long. This song's too. Oh, another Lou Reed. They don't get any better than the Ramones. Listen to them live. They are solid. Not a bad note ever. They rehearsed a lot. They took themselves very seriously in a way. The look had to be perfect. Songs had to be perfect. The stance had to be perfect. They weren't most scientific of all musicians, but they were good musicians for what they did. They were great. Because they invented it, Well, sort of. I saw them live, I saw them, should have seen them more times. I saw them in 77, and I saw them in the last tour. Should have seen them more, but I usually didn't have the money. Cheap Trick is great. If you don't love Cheap Trick, you got a big problem. Very underrated band, Cheap Trick. Well, people like us understand Cheap Trick is great. They're very associated with Blondie in my head because I got a Cheap Trick album at the same time I got a Blondie album. Well, my neighbor did because I couldn't afford stuff. And if you don't like Blondie, just open your vein and get away from it. Just go away because there's nothing not perfect about the band, Blondie and Debbie Harry. The perfect woman ever because she's brilliant. She's beautiful. She's funny. From what I've heard, a very nice woman. And again, even gay women even gay men are madly in love with Debbie, and even now. Seth, thank you for being here. Yeah, always a treat. And Mr. Howell's here. Right on, love Mr. Howell. And Ace Commander was here. Not getting very many people. It's a high quality crowd. I don't care if I get a bunch of people, just as long as they're good ones. Never get trolls. I never get anybody who's who's not a mod at all. I have the best mods in the business. That's why I have so many of them. If you're a cool person, you're gonna be a mod. Why can't they all be mods? Because I trust my I trust my mods. All right, enough of that. Here, a little. Little painter wagon. I need to watch this movie. I haven't seen the movie since I was a little kid. And saw it in the theater, and I didn't understand that it wasn't a Western. It was a musical. What the hell am I watching? My parents dumped us out of the theater, which didn't happen very often because, I don't know, they just wanted to get rid of us for the day. The triple feature of whatever. It was a cheap theater, so whatever crap they threw up. Or Tuesday morning when all the perverts were there. Me and two of my friends were being stalked by a pervert. And my friend's father was a cop, so he sat 3 feet back and nabbed the pervert. It was a setup. My parents weren't happy about that. Yeah. Well, we got to see we weren't aware of it. The father nabbed the pervert and got him out of the theater. Well, if you see an old guy watching Disney movies in the theater alone, you've got a pervert. They're pretty easy to spot. Yeah. So I wanted to know what's the SpongeBob movie, the first one, and I couldn't watch it alone, so I borrowed some grandkids. Okay. But they're so awful, I sat behind them anyway, so I looked like a pervert, but I didn't care. So I love SpongeBob was great. I don't know if you watch him now, but I wonder if there's a Teletubbies movie. That'd be horrifying. I wouldn't want to see it, but all right, some Lee Marvin. It had to happen. Lee Marvin sings. If you're not acquainted with Paint Your Wagon, it's one of the weirdest movies ever made. Clint Eastwood singing too. Clint and Lee, singers. They're. I'm not going to play any Clint Eastwood singing because I forgot to, and I'm not adding to my play chick right now. And I'm not going to bob around. Lee Marvin sporting the mutton chops. Looks great. Yeah, he was a real war hero. He really was. He killed Japanese people back in the day. They're allowed to do it. Probably didn't like him afterwards either. But he's known to not like anybody. I know he lived in Portland, and he and his daughter used to go out and get in bar fights together. They were banned from every bar in Tucson. I got a job at the bar, and one of the reasons was don't allow me let Lee Marvin in. I thought they were joking. No, he comes here. He breaks stuff. We can't have him in. The other rule was no Indians. God, Lord, what a weird place. No Indians and no Lee Marvin. But we had professional wrestlers come into the bar. Not when I was there. I got the days off. And not the Hulkster, but Mr. Moto, whatever his name was. A couple other ones. Adrian Adonis was on there. I don't know if anybody remembers Adrian Adonis. He was supposedly the gay guy, but he wasn't. And he did a bunch of my friends' cocaine. The bar had a bondage room out back called the Duty Hut. Yeah, it wasn't a gay bar. It was just weird and a pervy bar. I wasn't a bartender. I was a waiter because it was a big bar. And that was the weirdest job I've ever had. It was fun, but you had to perform. You had to do showbiz to get any tips, and you barely made any money. That wasn't a tip. You got a small cut of the bar stuff, but you did like $15 a night. But you hustle tips. You had to hustle. If you got a bad station, you're gonna starve. I used to get weekly. I would get this lesbian baseball team. They treated me like hell. They tortured me. That was funny, but they never tipped me. So they're going to come in again, and it's our birthday. Set us up. Like, you can't. I'm not going to serve you. Look like you broads never have tipped me. Never tipped me. Not once. Not one penny. After that, if they come in, they wanted me there. $50, and then more later. Where's the money? They just abuse me. Throw popcorn at me. Tell me what a bad person I was because I had a penis and stuff. If you pay me $50, you can verbally abuse me all you want. I'd have bachelorette party women feel me up and try to come on to me. I was at a girlfriend. Worked in the bar once, and there's this 2 women at the bar. They're just pretty fancy looking women, in their 30s, and one woman, she was an honest to goodness NBC executive. Showed me her ID and everything else, but she wanted me to move with her to LA that night. She was going to do it, and I should have done it, but I had a girlfriend. I should have done it. I had nothing better going. I had no money, and should have packed my bags and gone to LA. Otherwise, later on, I ended up almost going to prison because of that relationship. So, my girlfriend, yeah, she and I were out to kill each other. That's a pretty scary girlfriend in my day. That was a pretty scary guy. So it was all mutual though. So I didn't abuse or exploit anybody. We did to each other. Ex-wife. Oh Lord, we had fun. She almost shot me. She was gonna shoot me. She had the gun pointed at me, but I ran out the door and jumped to the back seat of a moving car. But the woman behind the wheel was my wife's best friend, and her son was in the car. Otherwise, I would have been shot that night. A couple other times I almost got shot, but yeah. The woman was good, and then she was a blackout. The next morning she wanted me to come home. I'm like, I didn't do that. I didn't. We had to hand the phone over. I'm like, oh no, you almost killed him. That she was going to cook for me, and she was a good cook, so I just went home. I think I was like, I'm making meatloaf tonight. All right, well, all's forgiven. We were nice to each other for about a week, and then it just happened again. Good Lord. 2 crazy-ass drunks living together. We used to work in the same place, too, same shop. We could never get away from each other. We're both just drunk as psychos. Probably the smartest woman I've ever, not the smartest woman, but I've been with a lot of really brilliant women in my day. She was one of them. She was a little older. She was definitely San Francisco Ashbury back in the day stuff. So she had some great old hippie stories, really good ones. She is the one who got her first cocktail from William Burroughs, and I can't remember the name of the town in the Santa Cruz or the California coast. It's where all these beatniks and hippies lived, very bohemian. It'll come to me. I want to go back to that town. I only went there once, and it was great. Went to the bar where guaranteed that was the bar, and it's the stool where Jack Kerouac used to drink. I got to meet a woman who knew him, and I'll do it. She was around back in the day. It was great. I was starstruck. That when I wanted to be a beatnik when I grew up. Whoa, look at me. Never worn down. Back when I was really pretentious, this song was my theme song. I hope somebody listens to it. I'm waxing brilliant. Where the hell's Wander? Yeah. What's 999? Where? Two women who hate each other, who are both my friends. I'm in love with both of them. Talk about, I'm going to get killed one of these days. But of course, I'm celibate and I'm a hermit. So, I don't do that no more. I'm still hopeless for romance. Romantic. Yeah, it's okay to flirt as long as you don't follow up on it. That's my rule. Because I like romance. What about, I don't care about sex, but God, I would kill to be able to hold hands with a woman. I would love that. A couple chaste kicks. I would love that. I thought about hiring a hooker just to talk and hold hands with me. I really wanted to do that. I may do that yet. I don't want to have sex. We just hold hands and I'll play some Cole Porter and hang out with a couple hours, and I'll give you drug money and some money on the door. I'm hiding all my money so you can't rob me, and I'm the one of the handcuffs, but I'm not going to deploy them because I do have handcuffs, but that's not for sexy time. If I have to just subdue somebody out in my yard, I'm going to hog tie them. All right, this song is like two women back to back told me this was me, the one guy, in the same week because I was a big drunk. I think I'm gonna just do some canned light stuff soon. I haven't done that in ages. Joey Ramone's wife, girlfriend, whatever it was. Yeah, I might have Secret War. All right, I'm getting too sad. Can't listen to this song ever again. I can listen to this. Here, Ramones. More heroin music. The song is more heroin than the song Heroin. More heroin than Comfortably Numb. And anybody who tells me that song wasn't about heroin, I'm going to punch, because it is. I don't care what anybody else says. It's about having a fever. It's about heroin. I've been on morphine, so yeah. Don't become a junkie because it's too fun. Never did heroin. I really wanted to connect with it. Never did. I think I did one night and I don't remember. I wanted to be a junkie when I grew up. It just never happened. I would have made a cool junkie. Would have given me something to do. I probably would have stopped drinking. Otherwise, I would have just overdosed and died. And either way, that would have been fun. Oh. The song supposedly written by Dee Dee Ramone, also supposedly written by Johnny Thunders. It was a debate who stole the song, and they were both kind of almost hits. In the punk rock universe, they were hits. Johnny Thunders, he was a horrible, horrible human being. So, in a bad way. Dee Dee Rama's bad in a cool way. I don't think Dee Dee Rama was much of a thief. Johnny Thunders was. Johnny Thunders was a lizard. Here, listen to the other version. You decide. Well, there's nobody here. No. Oh God. Nah. Yeah, great song. Good enough. What more songs do I have left? Think about listening to Sukiyaki again. I mean, it's my channel and nobody else is here. So I can do anything I want. You can't stop me. Well, there are certain things I can't say because, well, I don't want to get to prison. I don't want YouTube to throw me off. Yeah, which somebody else can show up. Because I'm just kidding. I'm tired. And may not be on. I'll be alive enough. I won't be off for long for a while. Because I don't have the energy to do this very long. Cool video. They're doing heroin together and stuff. I know who's playing backup on the song. I can look it up, but I'm not going to. I recognize them, but I should have been a bigger Dolls fan than I was. I got into them too late. I screwed up. Iggy too. I don't know. I was misled. Yeah. Oh, they're about to shoot up heroin and stuff. Oh, no. Don't do that, kids. You'll end up like Johnny Thunder. OD'd on methadone in New Orleans. Not that much. Here's a Chinese rock song. So there's a pun there. I know nobody's here anyway, so. Weird stuff. Ideograms look more Chinese than Japan. I got a feeling I'm not going to like this song. Sounds a little alternative. I don't like alternative music very much. Nope, not going to listen to this. No, thanks.
And ladies, if you ever oversleep, here's a shortcut. Wait, is that the new Samsung Bad CC Flip 7? You're full of
He-
good balls.
Chinese knockoff alternative music. Yep, Sukiyaki again. I want to hear it. Yeah, I'm gonna start making, authentic playlists, not just pre-made ones. Yeah, I guess nobody else is going to show up. All right, I'll just play the stuff to the end. I'm going to skip this one because I just heard it. Scooter Davis. If anybody's paying it, listen to very few songs are actually haunting. This one is.
Why does the sea rush to shore? Don't they know it's the end
of the world.
'Cause you
I love her because her name's Skeeter.
don't love me anymore. Why do the birds go on singing?
If I had a girlfriend, I'd just nickname her Skeeter. She'd hate it.
Why do the stars
Oh, excuse me. I only had one girlfriend who liked having a nickname, and that was Babs. And I hate the name Babs, unless it's associated with pink flamingos, and well, that's different. I think Babs was the egg lady. Probably separate movie, but
why everything's the same as it was. I can't understand. No, I can't.
back when there were hit songs, this was one. I don't think there really are hit songs anymore, are they? Just a bunch of rubbish. I will never listen to another current song again, unless I do. Listen to a couple of relatively new things recently, and they're okay, but a couple of Japanese punk songs, but not worth playing here. They were amusing, but the videos were interesting, but I don't play videos here because I don't know how to. I know how to do that. Plus, kind of love the stuff.
Why do these eyes of mine cry?
Who produced this? It's great. I remember when the song came out, so yeah. And here's another type of hit song that we're never going to get again. Little Johnny Horton. This guy was huge for just a couple songs that were just huge. The golden age of cowboy music, which is not country, western. Country, it was one type of music, and western was another type. There was no country western. There was a guy talking to a donkey, excuse me.
Can't tell you how much we've enjoyed doing the Western sets for the last couple of weeks. The reason we did it, we have two good reasons why.
What a bad show this is.
The Western set, and I couldn't get the beard off all week. There's only one thing about the beard, though. All week, little kids have been coming to me and telling me what they want for Christmas.
Because he has a beard and he's got a donkey. Got a donkey.
So we
It's cool.
have to have specialized equipment for him. Brace yourself there, Dad. Nothing, eh?
This is funny. It's funny.
We're going to have fun tonight. I do hope you'll join in the festivities.
A donkey and out of burros. Burros are smaller.
And a man with probably one of the biggest selling records in the country opens up the show. This thing called Sink the Bismarck. Here's Johnny Horton.
It's a song about World War II naval battle, which was a very important battle. Sinking of the Bismarck and the sinking of the Hood, too. Bismarck was the biggest battleship in the world, German, and then it got sunk. I believe it was the maiden voyage, too. There was a Japanese it was like the largest aircraft carrier in the world, and it got sunk on its maiden voyage. Never a shock. Fire hired anger. A submarine sunk it. Just it's like 50 miles away from Tokyo. It was great, funny. Bummer that they all died, but they would have been dead by now anyway. Who cares? Sure, they died young, but they would have been dead by now anyway. So, I know I'm mercenary about life and death, but I don't care. I'm allowed to be. How long will they last? These women are going Beatles crazy about Johnny Horton. They want him. But they must be in the South. Because he was a Western singer, guy who apparently liked World War II battles a lot. He also did the Battle of New Orleans, which was War of 1812 in New Orleans, and it happened before after the war was declared over. They just hadn't gotten the word yet because that's what happened. So you'd have all these battles going in. After the war was over, but they had no way of letting people know. It took like 2 weeks to get somebody to tell them to stop it. But the Japanese, after the war, some of those guys didn't know that the war was over, and it took them a long time for people to convince them that the war was over. I thought it was a trick. People were on the islands for a couple of years, no connection with the outside world, no supplies, or living on snails and stuff, not out of rice.
Thank you, Johnny.
Okay, here's probably the best Beach Boys song that there was. Easily one of the prettiest songs ever recorded.
Do you know QuickBooks Online can streamline your business
Recorded in mono because Brian Wilson
You can see where your business stands.
couldn't
86% of customers say QuickBooks helps
couldn't hear out of one of his ears, so he
learn more about
couldn't do stereo. Yeah, I got a two people on here before I go off. Huh? Yeah. Nobody wants to check in. That's fine too. I can live with that. Ooh. Bob's Big Boy. I used to go there when I was a kid. It's probably the original one too. My mom used to work there, and my uncle knew the original Bob. Worked actually with the school with the original Bob himself. Bob wanted to buy in half with my uncle. My uncle said no. My uncle screwed it up. That was a big chain back in the day. My uncle would go in and get a Bob's Big Boy center out because it was different double decker. Take the center out and weep. And my mom was a Bob's Big Boy waitress, which was older. She probably did meet Bob because we used to get invitations to her openings and get them in the mail. We could have gone and met Bob. We never did. And it was tough being a Bob's Big Boy waitress back in the day because they had rules and whatnot, and really strict uniforms, and they had to wear really these weird devices you had to put on your hair. One flaw in your uniform, you're out. They fired you. That's true. But if you went to Bob's, the service was great. The food is always top flight. Everything was perfect there. You would never see trash in the Bob's Big Boy, not for very long. It'd be obvious. It's kind of like In-N-Out Burgers is very, very, very picky about their employees, but they compensated them well. Bob's Big Boy had a union too. They had a union. And they had benefits. One of the few coffee shop chains in the world with benefits. And you can advance. You can become a manager there. So you could actually turn that, people turn that into a career. Okay, a little more Ramones. What the hell? Why not?
The ponytail.
Again, I'm listening to very morning songs here
Style of
because
the morning rush.
I'm running out of playlist. I'm too lazy to put any more stuff on. Maybe I will. Song called Chop Suey. Not one of the big hits, but it's a great song. I think this is a reaction to the B-50s. Sure sounds like them. The Ramones could do anything and get away with it. Yeah, it's a great song. What do we sang the background vocals? Is this a Bob B-52s? It might be. Yeah, I gotta look it up soon. I'll look it up later and get back to you, but nobody's been paying attention. Some other people are on this. I need some advice from you people. Where are you? I almost gave away somebody's real name. 999, where are you? Damn it. No, what are you going to do? To have an audience, you need to keep an audience. You need to actually show up once in a while. Well, I'm here right now. People would comment on one of my videos like, come back. Can you comp it? Can you schedule for me? Nobody ever do that. So meet me in the middle, people. Don't ask much from you, but you want to see my sorry ass? Comment. Maybe I'll try doing this again late at night again. Maybe I'll do that later. Maybe I'm not. I'm not feeling lazy because, well, I stopped doing the recreational drugs. Well, OTC. Recreational drugs. I wish I could find a recreational drug that was allowed to take and would take and that it didn't hate pot. Ugh, God, I hate pot. It's the worst drug in the world. Honest to good, real drug fiends. Most of them don't like pot much. Some of them did, but I couldn't stand it. My friend Nazi Jeff, who was just a big old junkie, couldn't stand pot either. And we used to do tweak together. You'd get drunk and do tweak. And you do heroin inside. No, he was on the methadone at that point. He was on the methadone. So do his methadone in the morning, and I forgot what soda he would drink. Go home, sleep, nurse a soda, and drink White Russians with me at night because they're easy on the stomach. My stomach was fine. His wasn't. My stomach's still in good shape. Shouldn't be. I think my digestion is great. My stomach's fine. I am an old man. I'm allowed to talk about that, but I'm not complaining about it. So you talk about old times, people stuff as long as you're not complaining. I have surprisingly few health complaints. Stroke after the fact. I was blind for a while, but I'm not blind anymore. I'm not blind anymore. I can see. Finally need some reading glasses. Maybe I'll order them later. Thanks for reminding me, people. Gotta go on Amazon. Ordered my ex an ocarina, a nice porcelain ocarina. Hope she likes it. She collects weird instruments too. So she's a thumb piano thingy. She has a couple washboards and stuff, and a kazoo. She didn't know how to play kazoo. I had to teach her how to play kazoo. Like pushing 70 and she couldn't play kazoo. Yeah, one of my exes is 70 now, but well, we were old back then. But for the most part, I liked older women. Yeah, there's some, except I've had a lot of girlfriends. I've had a lot of partners in my day. Trust me, I've had far too many. I stopped counting. Maybe I'll count one of these days. Nah, I can't because some of them I really loved and I don't want to think about them anymore because thinking about a couple that make me very sad. I've been sad lately, and I usually haven't been sad about anything in a long time. That's the OTCs. They wore off, and now I have emotions for about a minute. I want them to go away. I want to keep them. I want to bury my emotions. I don't want to feel this stuff anymore. Most of it's just sad or depresses me about myself. And I got everything. I got a lot of stuff to regret, but I've been. I need to go to church and get forgiven again. Got to do that. Get my grace back. Otherwise, I'm guilty of everything again. Yeah, you can use your grace. A lot of boring Christians don't know that, but yeah. Well, a lot of Protestants don't understand that. Well, you're saved, and then you're saved, and then you're saved. Well, saved, yes, but you can lose your grace. That's moment by moment. Then you're responsible for everything you do. But then you have to confess to somebody. I'm sorry, that's what. You may not agree with everything Catholic, but some things you can't get it wrong. Some people are doing some stuff wrong. Oh, well, I'll find another. Must be something I want to listen to. Speak of the devil, I'm gonna play some. Shake it for Ozzy again. Sweet leaf. Sorry, Ozzy, you're just stuck with the pot. As much as I hate pot, should have done the other drugs. Well, pot makes you stupid, but Ozzy was great. R.I.P. Ozzy. Pick it for Ozzy. You gotta love Sabbath. Ozzy, love Sabbath. Turns out my ex liked Black Sabbath. I don't know where she picked that up. She was listening to it not that long ago. She didn't have much of a taste for rock and roll. I know that much. Weird. I was listening to Lawrence Welk, and she started singing along from the kitchen. She knew all the songs. She was just such a square. Her grandmother turned on to some Larry Welk. I like Lawrence Welk. I'm going to play Lawrence Welk again. The 1950s Lawrence Welk was just hard to find, but that stuff was great. It wasn't an old person booth. There were young people were dancing. But Lawrence Welk, you see in the audience, these old ladies are dancing with their grandsons, and those grandsons have got to be gay. You get it, which is great. Some gay guy dancing with his grandmother. I assume that they're either gay or Mormon. Well, yeah, there are a lot of Mormons involved with Lawrence Welk, though they didn't film in Utah. They didn't. Santa Monica. Lawrence Welk owned about half of Santa Monica at one point. Lawrence Welk didn't have to do music at all from the 50s on because he was it's super rich real estate guy. A lot of people got really rich from real estate. A lot of famous people like Bob Hope, Bing Crosby. It owns so much of Palm Springs. Actually, I think Mingo owned a lot of San Fernando Valley. A lot of them because he invested in all the groves and stuff. San Fernando Valley grew up. You get cheap real estate back then in the day. And Anaheim too. Before Disneyland, Anaheim was just groves. There was nothing there. Jack Benny used to make fun about Anaheim. Nobody else. Anaheim. Nobody talked about Anaheim. It was a nowhere, like Cucamonga, which is now incredibly rich. And Azusa. Well, Azusa's still a pit. I don't think anybody's gentrified Azusa yet. I need to check that out, but I know Riverside has been built up. Riverside was probably still a pit, always was. It's one of the pioneering places for methamphetamine. Probably still is. A lot of places in Southern California they're still cooking it, mostly Mexico, but Mexico makes terrible meth. They skipped a couple of steps, and that's why the meth is so bad now compared to it was bad, but it was more fun. In the United States, you can't get all the good gourmet ingredients to make meth, which is why it all went to Mexico. Oh, great. Yeah, the Mexican drug cartels really needed more market. Good work. United States drug people. I know Trump's trying to suppress it, but now he's just making it worse. Because now the Koreans are going to do it. But the Chinese actually have been involved. And North Korea selling drugs. Makes sense. Drugs are a big weapon. Well, if you know anything about the opium wars, well, the Chinese know all about that. They were the victim of British drug dealers. Heinous. Well, the United States was involved with it, but not as much as Britain. But they did their share. How much Black Sabbath do I want to listen to? Not that much. I'm going to stay on for a while. Yeah, nobody's paying attention to me anyway. Okay.
They are folk rockers. They're good call the Sex Pistols. I'm surrounded now by all of them. Just let us see the Sex Pistols in action.
Little Sex Pistols for your entertainment. Gotta love the Pistols. If you don't love the Pistols, we're gonna have a problem, you and I. I'm looking kind of punk today too. Yeah. Whatever. Johnny Rotten used to wear berets a lot. He used to wear a lot of hats. He was like, the Sid Vicious cover of My Ways mentions of Pratt's Western hat or whatever it is. That was a crack against Johnny Rotten. Even though they were the best of friends, they were the best friends in the world. Johnny was devastated when Sid died. Johnny invented blamed himself, and he had every reason to blame himself. Donnie was Nancy's boyfriend before Sid got him. If you watch the movie Sid and Nancy, don't take any notes because it's all fake, all fantasy. It's all fantasy, but it's a funny movie. You can watch the. It's well acted. The actors did a fine job. The script was terrible. He did no research. Forgot who the technical advisor was. But they didn't know anything about the Pistols at all. They claimed to be friends. Who was it? Yeah, I don't care. Can't even remember the band. They're huge. Yeah. A faulty memory. Can't remember the name of the band. Well. Nobody's paying attention anyway. Oh, God. All right. What else? All right, one more song. That's it. I'm gone. That's it.
Zevo works 24/7 to kill.
I don't know what Zevo is, and I don't care. I don't care. I don't care about cars. I just don't care. Is this the stuff from Rock and Roll High School? I think it. Yeah, it is. We've had seen this concert. Really good show. PJ Souls, he was hot. PJ Souls, ooh. He was in that horror movie with Jimmy Lee. Turtles too. They show her boobs. Pointed that out to a girlfriend. She didn't. Oh, my wife. She wasn't that impressed. It's okay. I was in my 20s. So is PJ. So is fair. Trying to look punk with a cape and a plastic flea gun. I don't know. Oh well, I've had enough of this jive. Yeah, if anybody listens to me later, it's fine. Otherwise, whatever.